Hello everyone, welcome back to CNA, the daily news analysis. Today, the date is 15th of December. These are my working experiences, you may go through it. If you want to download today's PDF, you can join our WhatsApp group or our Telegram channel. There are also other platforms through which you can connect to us. This is to inform about our IGP program, Interview Guidance Program, which is going on thrivingly, and the registration is still open and it is completely free. So let the needy ones know about it. This is our content space. These are the topics that we will be discussing today. So let's start with the first news, Parliament security breach. So I think all of you know about it. So it was in the news because two individuals entered the Lok Sabha chamber and emitted yellow smoke and jumped from the visitors gallery, reminiscing about two incidents in 1994 and in 2001. They were carrying visitors passes issued by BJP MP Pratap Sinha. So it was in the news for that reason. So let's have a look at the rules for parliament visitors. So যিসকল parliament visitor হিচাপে আহিছিলে আৰু সিহঁতে তাতে সেইখিনি কৰি থৈ গ'ল. So rules খিনি চাওঁ হওক সিহঁতৰ visitors বিলাকৰ কাৰণে কি থাকে. So the house rules mandate strict security in the visitors gallery to prevent the misbehavior. Rule 386 governs admission, withdrawal and removal of strangers from the Lok Sabha's house. Members can issue the visitor cards to well-known individuals, providing a certificate stating that they know the visitor personally and are responsible for them. So these are the rules. Now, apart from that, duration for which the passes are issued. So visitors card are issued for a specific day and are not at all transferable. Now they are issued for 1 hour and are not transferable. Members can apply for a visitor card on the same day in emergent cases. Lok Sabha has public and speakers galleries with members able to facilitate entry for 2 people daily, but the names must be vetted for. Apart from that, security check. যদি আমি চাওঁ তেতিয়াহ'লে parliament security staff at the public gallery check visitors using metal detectors and handheld metal detectors. They maintain close vigilance and avoid mischief. But however, 2001 আমাৰ তেনেকুৱা এটা parliament attack হৈছিলে where 5 terrorists entered the parliament house complex with a forced home ministry sticker, leading to a firefight that killed all 8 security personnel and 15 people. The attack was carried out jointly by Pakistan-based terrorist outfits Lashkar-e-Taiba and Jaish-e-Mohammed. Okay, so these are the following groups. Now, this was the first news. So yate ami akole gom palu about the news that amar yate duta individual humai goisile parliament aru hiyote hekini korile smoke bomb and all hekini korile. Now let me know in the comment section guys that amar yate jeto session choli ache, which session is it? Okay, so apnaloke jane sage already that it is a winter session. So amar total 3 ta session ase, the budget session, the monsoon session and the winter session. So your time periods khini kiman khini hoy hetu mok janaok in the comment section. Okay, budget session ketia pra ketia lake thake and the rest other. Okay, so second news of the day goes about the COP28 jitu niki bahut dino pra choli ase and each and every day tar pra amar news ulai ase. So it was in the news because again the 2023 COP28 which is held in Dubai from November 30 to 12 has achieved some significant outcomes, but it remains an underachiever, failing to meet expectations similar to the previous COPs. So previous যিবিলাক আমাৰ কনফাৰেন্সৰ পাৰ্টিছ হৈছিলে তেনেকৈ হোৱা বুলি কৈছে that ইমান এটা বেছি প্ৰফিটেবল হোৱা নাই বুলি কোৱা গৈছে. Now what is it COP climate summit? You guys know about it. So 1990 আমাৰ 1992 154 টা countries sign কৰিছিলে the UNFCCC. So UN framework convention on climate change, so which happened at the Rio, okay, Rio Earth Summit to stabilize the greenhouse gas concentrations and prevent the human-induced climate system interference. The treaty, as for now, has 198 signatories. Which meets annually at various venues, ensuring global cooperation. What is the key outcome of this conference? So the final agreement lacks sufficient provisions to expedite short-term climate action, particularly regarding the phase out of fossil fuels, which were previously not acknowledged in any previous conference decision. Apart from that, the COP28 agreement aims to achieve net zero emissions by 2050 by transitioning away from the fossil fuels. However, there are no timetables or targets, and some countries are disappointed that the term fossil fuel phase out was not used. The agreement also aims for a tripling of global renewable energy installed capacity and doubling of the annual energy efficiency improvements, potentially reducing emissions by 7 billion tons between now and 2030. So, moving on, despite being a fossil fuel, coal has been mentioned separately as it was already singled out for phase down in the Glasgow conference in 2021. There was also some talks about the methane emission cuts. So methane, which is the most widespread greenhouse gas, accounts for 25% of all emissions and is 80 times more potent than carbon dioxide. Now, reducing methane emissions could bring substantial benefits, but countries like India are opposed to such mandates due to the sensitive nature of agriculture and livestock. The agreement does not mention targets for methane emission cuts for 2030. Now, the Loss and Damage Fund, which was established at COP28, provided financial assistance to countries recovering from climate-induced disasters, despite initial commitments from COP27. So, COP27 quote hoisile, let me know in the comment section. And also 29, COP29 quote hobo. Okay, etu apnaloke mok information diok in the comment section. So, despite the initial commitments from the COP27, the fund was operationalized with commitments worth around 800 million made by the end of the conference. The global goal on adaptation adopted at COP28 aims to address the lack of attention and resources given to adaptation compared to the mitigation activities. However, more work is needed to identify progress indicators and strengthen the financial agreements. So this was for the news. Here goes a question. Please go through it once. So COP28 our hoise. So eventually আমি এটো গম পাইছো that তার ইমানটা effective আমি way out বিলাক আমি লোৱা নাই. Now let's see what happens. Moving on with the third news, House approves impeachment inquiry into the US President Biden. So impeachment hobo amar US President Biden. So it was in the news because the House authorized an impeachment inquiry into the President Joe Biden, with Republicans supporting the politically charged process despite concerns that the investigation has not produced evidence of Biden's misconduct, following allegations against his son, Hunter Biden. Now, about impeaching a US president. So, impeachment is a legal process where a legislative body charges a public official with misconduct. The US Constitution allows president to be removed for high crimes and misdemeanors, but not for treason or bribery. Okay, so treason বা bribery হিসাবে চাব গলে সিহঁতে হেৰি নকৰে or other high crimes and misdemeanors হলে ন. Okay, this process is initiated by the House of Representatives and requires a simple majority of 435 votes. Now, if approved, the president is then subjected to the trial in the US Senate, which has the sole power to try all impeachments. Okay, so amar kiman lage out of total 435 votes, okay, at a majority eta lage. It needs a simple majority. Majority to pai gole tar bisot tekhetor trial or kada subject koribole pare Joe Biden. Okay, now moving on, Hunter Biden is already facing criminal charges. Okay, in Delaware for violating gun laws in 2018 and failing to pay 1.4 million in taxes over the 3 years. Now, an impeachment inquiry is an official process to impeach federal officials, including the president, on charges like treason, bribery, and other serious offenses. If found guilty, the president could face consequences such as removal from the office in a Senate trial. Okay, so তেখেতে নিজৰ presidency এৰিব লগা হ'ব পাৰে if found guilty. Impeachment process in India. So আমাৰ Indiaৰ impeachment process টো আপোনালোকৰ examৰ কাৰণে বহুতেই important. Okay, so Article 61 of the Indian Constitution allows the president to be removed from the office before the expiry of his term on grounds of constitutional violation. The impeachment process can be initiated from any house. Okay, So, Punbata House of start level process to from any House of the Parliament by leveling the charges against the President, which must be signed at least a quarter of the members of the House. The resolution must be passed by a special majority in the originating House, okay, followed by a selected committee investigating the charges. So, our impeachment process, it is quite important from for your exams, okay. So, please go through it once again and again, okay. So, yate apnaloke mok eta kotha ko that the impeachment process jikhini ase amar India tar through আমাৰ ইণ্ডিয়াৰ কোনো এটা প্ৰেসিডেন্টক আজিলৈকে ইম্পিচ কৰা হৈছে নে বা কোনো এটা প্ৰেসিডেন্টৰ এগেইনষ্টত ইম্পিচমেন্টৰ প্ৰসেসটো ষ্টাৰ্ট কৰা হৈছে নে সো আপোনালোকে যদি জানে তেতিয়াহলে প্লিজ ৰাইট ইট ডাউন ইন দা কমেন্ট বক্স যদি নাজানে তেতিয়াহলে ডু ফাইন্ড ইট আউট এন্ড কমেন্ট ইট ওকে The fourth news is regarding the road crash deaths in India continues to rise, says WHO. Okay, so yes, it was in the news because WHO's global status report on road safety 2023 shows a 5% decrease in the annual road traffic deaths to 1.19 million, while India experienced a 15% increase in fatalities. So, according to the report, the WHO Global Status Report on Road Safety 2023 covering 2010 or 21 or like incidents cover korise. Now this report aims to meet the United Nations Decade of Action 2021 par 2030 like jikini target ase he target kini achieve koratu aim kore. Okay, so yar bitot main target to ki hoise of halving road traffic deaths by 2030. So যিমানখিনি ডেথস হয় সেই ডেথসটো আমি হাফ কৰিবলৈ বিচাৰো by 2030. Now the report produced with support from Bloomberg Philanthropies. So এই নামবিলাক যিমানখিনি পাৰে আপোনালোকে মনত ৰাখিব. Okay, Bloomberg Philanthropies. So prelims আহিব পাৰে. Now this aims to reduce the traffic deaths and injuries by 50% by 2030. The report was produced with 500 million committed since 2007. So jotesthikini khoros yate ami koratu dekha paisu. Now what are the key highlights of this report? 10 countries have reduced road traffic deaths by over 50% and including Belarus, Brunei, then Denmark, Japan, Lithuania, Norway, Russia, Trinidad and Tobago, then UAE, Venezuela, etc. Now, 35 more countries have made significant progress, reducing deaths by 30% to 50%. Now, as of 2019, road traffic crashes are the leading cause of death for children and young people aged 5 to 29. Okay, a 5% reduction in road traffic fatalities in the last decade was also accompanied by a 14 billion person global population growth. Now, reason why jodi ami traffic deaths out itala yate gotekini data dia ase like 28% of global road traffic deaths occurred in the WHO Southeast Asian region. Okay, so all of these are quite important. Please go through it once. The situation in low and middle income countries. Kenedhorna situation ase. There are 9 in 10 deaths occurred in the low and middle income countries, with fatalities being disproportionately higher compared to the number of vehicles and roads in these countries. So, ami compound any kind of fatality or by accident or hospital going to par death. Okay. Anyways, the next point is about the countries that meet WHO best practice for all risk factors. So, kisuman countries ase jibilake best practice product hiote maintain kori ase. Like 6 out of 140 countries have laws addressing risk factors like speeding, drunk driving, and helmet use, while 2/3 of the UN member states have such laws. The initiatives which are related to road safety. So globally, Brasilia declaration on road safety 2015. Okay, and the decade of action for road safety 2021 to 30. So all these aims to achieve the sustainable development goal. Okay, sustainable development goal 3.6 and prevent 50% of road traffic deaths and injuries by 2030. Also, the MVA Act 2019 in India increases the penalties for traffic violations and establishes a National Road Safety Board. Now, the India's carriage by the Road Act 2007. So the significance of New Delhi Declaration for India. So ইয়াৰ যদি আমি আন্দাৰত চাওঁ Act 2 আন্দাৰত তেতিয়াহলে this act and the Control of National Highways Land and Traffic Act 2000 are significant steps towards building the AI systems and controlling the land within national highways. The Carriage by Road Act 2007 promotes a collaborative approach to the AI systems, while the Control of the National Highways Act 2000 provides for the control of land, right of way, and the traffic on the national highways. So, here goes a question. Please go through it once. Here comes our prelims fact. So, National Energy Conservation Day. It was observed or celebrated annually on December 14th. Now, this showcases India's energy efficiency achievements hosted by the Bureau of Energy Efficiency. It aligns with the Energy Conservation Act 2001's mandate to promote and regulate energy efficiency. Established in 2002, the Bureau aims to reduce India's energy intensity through self-regulation, market principles, and collaboration with consumers and agencies. Second prelims fact is about the cinereous vulture. So recently, this vulture, also known as the Eurasian black vulture, or also known as the monk vulture, it is one of the world's largest raptors and one of the two largest old world vultures. It is an altitudinal migrant, migrating from the higher to the lower altitudes. These are also found in hilly mountainous areas. It is primarily found in Spain, Portugal, south of France, Central Asia, northern India as well, northern Manchuria, Mongolia, and Korea. Its conservation status is near threatened by the IUCN. Okay, nearly threatened bullying status dia goise by the IUCN. Okay, so next number I go about the Karar combat drones. So Iran has introduced advanced Karar combat drones equipped with air-to-air missiles to enhance its air defense capabilities. These drones are the first long-endurance combat-capable Iranian drones, which will be strategically deployed along border areas to intercept and neutralize the aerial threats at the reduced cost. Now, launched via rocket assistance, they can be recovered by parachute-retarded freefall and are equipped with the Majid thermal missile. So this is our academic team, this is our content developing and technical team. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you.